Clippers game is sponsored and powered by your Nissan Datsun dealers of Southern California. We want to sell you your next car and your next one.
Nixon gets the three-point play. Second three-point play by Los Angeles tonight. 6:42 to play first period. We're deadlocked at a dozen. Teagle across the timeline, sends it in low. Marcus Johnson pulls the basketball away and cannot hold it. Teagle out of Baylor University. Short. Floyd offside to Teagle, goes over top of everybody, out of bounds. Clippers. Los Angeles with an opportunity to take a lead. The Clippers coming into tonight's basketball game, the worst defense in the National Basketball Association. And that does not make Don Chaney nor Don Casey happy. Whistle sounds, we're going to have a player control foul.
Looks like Teagle is at it again.
Rory White will handle the inbound. Nixon, 6:17 to play first period. Marcus Johnson. Oh, what a ball game he had last night against the Kings. Ball knocked away. Floyd, 2-on-1, breaking right side. Now to the left is Purvis short. It'll be Floyd all the way. Floyd with his first two. White has the basket.
Rory had 20 points last night against the Kings, along with 7 rebounds. Didn't even get a chance to play the first 5 games of the season.
Floyd has the ball baseline, moves right past Norm Nixon. Back out, knocked away. Short comes down with the basketball. It's the 4th time tonight that a loose ball has come up in the hands of Golden State. Rebound, here comes Norm Nixon and the Clippers. Right wing, Marcus Johnson. He takes it all the way into the paint, right up against Short, and he cannot get the basket to go. Teagle with the rebound. Out quickly. Joe Barry Carroll breaking left side. Terry does not see him. They go baseline. Floyd tries to move against Nixon. Now sends it outside. Pulled away by the Clippers. And we're going to have a foul call, I believe, on Terry Teagle. For Teagle, that is his second personal.
That's Floyd trying to pass it in deep there. And Cedric Maxwell got his hands on it. Marcus butchered as he tried to come over the half-court line and get it up on a fast break. This telecast is being presented under authority of the National Basketball Association and the Los Angeles Clippers. All material is copyrighted by the Clippers and KTLA.
Maxwell gets the ball down low, turned and send it home. Put the ball right up and over Larry Smith. 5:04 to play. It's the Clippers by 1. Short. Sleepy Floyd looking underneath. They want to get the ball to Joe Barry. He's got it in the paint now. Should have been 3 seconds, wasn't. He spent 5 seconds in there trying to maneuver in front of Kurt Nymphius.
Nice way they set it up, because they flare the guard right in front of him, and Joe Barry comes up in a post position, and that's his operating area.
Marcus on the right wing. Tries to move around the pick set by Cedric Maxwell. Block shot. Nice release by Joe Barry Carroll. Here come the Warriors. Sleepy Floyd down the middle to Short. Moves right by Kurt Nymphius as if he wasn't even there. And the Warriors take the lead back again. It's 18-16. Clippers back quickly. Max has the ball. Looking to get to Rory White. Can't do it. Now Cedric drives the baseline. Shots up. Carroll and Maxwell are on the court. And a foul is called.
They click knees on the way up. Joe Barry is on the floor trying to get himself together. Can't believe that he's called for the foul. Here's a play. Maxwell, ball overhead. Watch him drive, changes to the left hand, and there's a collision of legs there as Joe Barry goes down. Dick D'Oliva, believe it or not, the Golden State Warriors trainer, was my trainer with the Cincinnati Royals. That's how long he's been in the league.
In the days of Jack Twyman.
Dickie Doo.
4:21 to play in the first period. The Warriors by 2. Well, we knew when the team boarded the plane last Sunday morning from Dallas to Los Angeles that Don Chaney was not a happy head coach with that defense.
Oh, no, not at all. And despite their problems of keeping the Warriors off the board this evening, they're within 2 points of the lead, and Max can take care of that.
He's got the first of 2. Chance to tie it now at 18. Max gets both ends to go, and we're deadlocked. 4th time tonight we have been tied. Floyd works against Nixon. Across the timeline he comes. Now to Joe Barry. Good pick set. Cannot get the ball into Carroll. Short lets it sail from top of the key. Rattles the rim. Won't go. Nymphius with the rebound. Out quickly to Norm Nixon. Here come the Clippers. Got Rory White on the right side. He's on the baseline, but it's Nixon who takes it from 20 feet away, and Norman buries it. Los Angeles by 2. 3:52 to play in the first period. Floyd engineering this offense. Moves around the pick set by Carroll. There's the give and go. How about that play? Whistle sounds. How far does that play go back?
No, that really goes back, but the back man on defense is responsible. Now, Nymphius has to say to the guard, hey, you're about to be picked, either switch or hold. And they got crossed there, and you don't want Norm Nixon guarding Joe Barry Carroll.
Carroll played in Italy, as Tommy mentioned in our open, in Milan. Team that won the Italian National Championship a year ago.
Had his pregame meals at La Porta Rossa.
Porta Rossa?
That's the Red Door. That's a restaurant in Milan. His team won that Italian National Championship there, and Joe Barry, yes.
Nixon, there's a little give and go. Rory White rattles around the rim, won't go. Tip up and back in. Rory White with his own rebound.
Rory White.
Floyd down the left side. Tries to go baseline. Moves right around White. That's exactly what Tommy Hawkins was talking about a moment ago. You've got to block that baseline. Nymphius takes it in, and he'll be called on the offensive foul. There's no question. Credit Sleepy Floyd with doing what the Clippers failed to do at the opposite end.
You got the baseline there. You use it as your help aid. Here goes the drive. Nymphius goes down. Sleepy plants himself. Nowhere to go. Charging foul.
Floyd into the forecourt. Right wing. Wants to go baseline. Now he's 2-team. There's that trap defense, and Floyd calls a timeout.
You see, if you trap him down there, you also do not give him the angle of the baseline, and that's where the Clippers had gotten in trouble trying to trap in the past.
3:01 to play in the first quarter from the Coliseum. It's the Clippers 22, Golden State 21.
Give me a light. No, Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer,
Thanks.
you never know what you'll get.
Nah, give me a light.
No, Bud Light.
They'd like to trap him there, can't do it. There's the give and go. Joe Barry. Carroll hammers it home. Third time tonight, Tommy, we've seen the give and go work to perfection.
And that's, you got to call your defensive signals here. Joe Barry showing something other than a turnaround jump shot. And here's a play, and here's a feed just coming right off, and the slam. That defensive switch has to be now and right away. You can't hesitate a minute. You hesitate a minute, and that's what happens to you.
Carroll completes the three-point play. It's now the Warriors by 8, their biggest lead of the ball game. We are inside 20 seconds first period. 27 of Golden State's 32 have come inside. Edwards, right wing, Rory. Now they go baseline. There's the give and go to Rory White. He cannot control the ball. It'll be a foul on Joe Barry Carroll.
Well, the Clippers at least looking for each other and giving up that ball to the man closer to the basket. Here's Rory White looking into Michael Cage. Cage back to White. White loses it, but it's a pass to Nymphius. He was fouled in the process.
The foul was not on Joby Carroll. It was on Sleepy Floyd. He will leave the ball game. Floyd with 2 personals, and he will give way to Jeff Houston. Houston, 6th-year man out of Texas Tech, wearing number 15. Second one goes. Pass to Greg Ballard, almost knocked away. Now they got a 3-on-1 inside the Mullen. Look at that little reverse layup. Well, I'll tell you, that's just absolutely sloppy defense. There's nothing else you can call it, Tommy. Rory White lets it go off the front of the rim, and it will not go down. So we have expired the first 12 minutes of play. And the play that haunted this ball club in Dallas a week ago continues tonight here in Oakland's Coliseum. First period is over. It's the Warriors 34, the Clippers 26. It's a privilege or what, but you and I get to travel in a lot of crazy cabs during the course of an NBA season, but none crazier than that which is driven by Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito is Louis, the loose-tongued, loudmouth dispatcher you love to hate. Taxi starts Monday at 7 on Channel 5.
Clippers down by 8. Second period underway. Cage gets the ball to baseline. Now releases to Junior Bridgman. Now Los Angeles moving the basketball around the perimeter. Inside to Marcus Johnson. He turns. Sends it up over Verhoeven. Won't go. Rebound. Cage has it. Puts it up. Won't go. Rebound again. Michael has it knocked away. And it is Greg Ballard who picks it cleanly. Houston has the basketball almost thrown away by Chris Mullin. And now Houston will come back out and set it up. He wants Mullin underneath, and Chris obliges. Greg Ballard over Cage, and he buries it.
Greg Ballard from Gary High School in the Los Angeles area.
Franklin Edwards against Houston. Benoit Benjamin into the ball game. He is being defended by Jerome Whitehead, the former Clipper. Now Benjamin turns from 5 feet away too hard. Rebound, Verhoeven. Houston. So Mullin. Mullin tries to turn. He puts it up over Bridgman from 20 feet away too hard. Rebound. Off Bridgman's hands. Out of bounds. Golden State. Everything that happens goes in favor of the blue and gold.
You know, sometimes you want to bring your players over and smack them and say, come to life. Wake up. Come on. We're playing.
Whitehead. Back to Houston. To the offside and Mullin. Mullin almost set to put it up in the air. Couldn't get it done. Houston. Back to Mullin from 20 feet. I'll tell you what, around the rim won't go. Jerome Whitehead, left-hander from 3 feet away. Rebound, Bridgman. Finally, somebody in a blue jersey pulls down a rebound. Edwards got the open shot. Now gets into the paint. Sends it up over Verhoeven. Won't go. Cage. Whitehead is called for the personal foul. Jerome his first. Cage will go to the line to shoot 2.
And you'll meet Michael Cage during our halftime show tonight. Michael Cage, second-year man out of San Diego State. There's Franklin Edwards falling away. Ball kissing off the front of the rim. Michael goes up. On the rebound, he's fouled by Jerome Whitehead, and he cans the first of 2 free throws.
Michael had 6 points last night in the victory over the Kings. Also pulled down 6 rebounds. It's both ends to go. And it's back to an 8-point Warrior lead. Whitehead back to Houston. Houston works it across the timeline. He's picked up there by Edwards. Houston inside Whitehead. Now out on top again. They go to Houston. 2 seconds left on the 24-second clock. He gets it up just in time. And how about that shot? Clippers back quickly. Cage left wing now goes baseline against Verhoeven. Out to Edwards. Benoit Benjamin. Franklin has it. Up and over Jeff Houston. Not even close. Whitehead with the rebound out to Houston. Here come the Warriors running quickly. Got Mullins on the left side. Finally, Junior Bridgman backs up. Houston goes baseline. It is controlled by the Warriors.
You have to think that they've got a string on the ball the way it comes back to them.
Mullin has it. He wants to turn on Junior Bridgman. Lets it go. Off the back of the rim. Won't go again. Rebound Verhoeven. Boy, oh boy.
That brings Chaney up out of his chair.
Whitehead turns on Marcus. Won't go. Finally, it is pulled down by Michael Cage. Knocked away by Mullin. Recovered by Cage. 9:08 to play. First half action. 38-28. Golden State. Edwards on the right wing. Moves around the pick set by Johnson. Bridgman all alone. Up and over Mullin. Around the rim. Won't go in. Greg Ballard with the rebound. Out quickly. Here come the Warriors. It is Houston. Moving the ball down court. Back to Ballard from 21 feet away. Nothing but nylon. And now the Warriors with their biggest lead of the night. It's 40-28 with 8:39 to play in the first half. Edwards backs in on Houston. Left wing. Want to get the ball to Marcus on the baseline. Boy, Marcus has been neutralized through the first half of play. Now Marcus from 20 feet. Won't go. Rebound Whitehead. Out quickly. Here come the Warriors again. Houston right side. Got Ballard all the way on the left side. Ballard's got the basketball. Takes a step to the right. Puts it up over Marcus. Off the front of the rim. Rebound Michael Cage. Franklin Edwards with the ball. Into the forecourt he comes to Junior Bridgman on the right wing. Wants to go baseline over Chris Mullin. Has it knocked away. Rebound. It is Junior Bridgman with the ball. Wrapped around the rim. Won't go. And we've got a foul called finally. And it'll be against Golden State.
We'll give Junior a lot of credit for fighting in there and staying in there on the boards. All right, there's a tip. Junior goes up from the right side, puts it back. Verhoeven just swings it away, pulling shoulder, body, and all.
Verhoeven in his 4th year now out of Fresno State. 2 shots for Junior. Junior had 9 points, a couple of boards, a couple of assists in last night's victory over Sacramento. Peter Verhoeven will check out. Coming back into the game is Larry Smith. That is bad news for the Clippers.
Coming in, Bridgman was 45 of 50 from the free throw line, 90%. Good man to have at the line.
Houston wants to get the ball to Larry Smith. Smith sets the pick on Edwards. Cage and Franklin Edwards both now double teaming. That leaves Chris Mullin all alone. He lets it fly from 18 feet away.
Chris not afraid to take that shot.
Edwards on the wing. Wants to get it into Marcus. Has it knocked away by Greg Ballard. Johnson. We have played 18 minutes of basketball, and he is scoreless. Almost has the ball knocked away. Junior Bridgman baseline 10 feet away. Not enough. Cage tries to come down with the basketball. It's on the floor. Picked up by Golden State. Now the Warriors have a 3-on-1. Now it's a 2-on-1. Houston fakes the pass to Ballard, and how about that move?
Extended it full out there, took it back, and laid it off the glass. Houston's got a lot of speed coming up on that fast break.
Only 11 of Golden State's 44 points have come from the perimeter. Bridgman from the perimeter. He lets it fly. Out quickly. Here comes Golden State. Mullins breaking on the right side. Houston cannot get the basketball to him. Ballard sends it up from 18. He's got it to go. Back quickly come the Clippers. Franklin Edwards off the glass, won't go. Foul call. Jeff Houston. So with 6 minutes and 43 seconds to play in the first half, John Fox Golden State Warriors making a strong, strong bid to pick up a victory here at the Oakland Coliseum. It's the Warriors 46, the Clippers 32.
I saw the truck today.
What?
My new buyer was going to buy a pickup, and I told her about your Nissan trucks.
The full line? The king cabs, long beds, short beds, sport trucks?
Yep.
Did you tell her the new 86 4x4s have fuel injection?
That's your job. I just told him to see a Nissan Datsun dealer.
Just any Southern California Nissan Datsun dealer?
Of course.
Well, you could have been a little more specific.
Daddy, she tried her best.
I know what you mean, Aaron, but I just don't understand it.
We really want to sell you your next truck and your next one.
My husband's not just in love with me. He's crazy about his car. So this Christmas, I'm buying his gifts at Pep Boys.
A set of 4 Cal custom wheel covers started on.
Basketball is sponsored in part by Bud Light, the light beer with the first name in taste. Everything else is just light.
6:43 to play in the first half. It's the Warriors 46, the Clippers 32. Bench strength, Golden State 16 of their 46 points have come from the bench. For the Clippers, 8 of their 32 have come off the pine.
Oh, 50% better. The Clippers losing miserably in the transition game. Watch Golden State get it out and see the Clippers trailing coming down on defense.
Edwards the first of 2. It is now a 13-point Golden State lead. Now they reduce it to a dozen. 1980 Rookie of the Year in the NBA, Joe Very Carroll, with 10 points in tonight's ball game thus far. He is the leading scorer. That's Houston on the left wing. Sends it inside to Joe B. Tries to back it in on Nymphius. Now turns from 6 feet away. Too hard. Rebound. Knocked around. Finally pulled down by Michael Cage. He pulls it out. Releases to Norm Nixon. Nixon is picked up by Houston. Now Nixon wants Edwards out on top. Edwards is followed everywhere he goes by Mullin. Moves around Mullin. Franklin with the basketball. Lets it go over Mullin. Edwards rattles the rim, won't go. Rebound, Golden State, Larry Smith. Out quickly, here comes Houston with the baseball pass. Houston puts it up over Franklin Edwards. Whistle sounds. Basket is no good.
Clippers now going with a smaller lineup, playing both Norm Nixon and Franklin Edwards in the backcourt. Junior Bridgman at forward with Michael Cage.
Number 20, Terry Teagle returns for Chris Long.
Well, they need the faster lineup in there now because of the amount of running that the Golden State Warriors are able to do. And this Houston is excellent at leading the fast break.
19, Cedric Maxwell for Michael Cage.
Cage will leave the basketball game. He already has 6 rebounds in this ball game. Houston puts it up. He's got it to go. It's 48-34, back to a 14-point Warriors lead. 6 minutes even to play in the first half. Edwards working against Houston. Nixon on the right wing. He sends it inside and is knocked away by Purvis Short. Nobody back, and Short wisely will slow it up. Now comes on the wing to Houston. He puts it up over Junior. Boy, the Warriors are pouring it in from all over the place. One of the few shots, though, they have had to take from the perimeter. Nixon lets it go from 18. Too hard. Nymphius with the rebound. Gets Barry Carroll in the air. And it is in for Nymphius. That is 6 points. .509 to play. Short wants to turn on Junior. Has it knocked away by Bridgman. Short to Carroll. There's the give and go. It's worked all night long. Why should it stop there? 5 minutes even to play first half.
I still don't see the back defensive men for the Clippers talking and letting the guy who's being picked know what's coming up. You gotta let him know.
Rory White is off the bench. He's coming into the ball game. Cedric Maxwell lets it fly. Won't go. Rebound off Larry Smith's hands. I believe it will be out of bounds to the Clippers. No, it will not. It is off Nymphius' hands. So says Dick Pavetta.
I don't know if Pavetta had a good shot at that.
Sleepy Floyd pushes it up court. Picked up by Maxwell. Now to Short inside to Carroll. Carroll wants to turn on Nymphius. Now Franklin Edwards came over to help. There was one bust too late. Edwards into the forecourt to Rory White. Into Max. Max puts it up over Larry Smith. And a whistle sounds, and I believe it will be against Smith.
Now, I like what just happened there. Rather than have Max go down and post up all the time, which is kind of a stagnant offensive way to do it, move him into that action and give him a bounce pass so he can get it on the go.
Max gets the first of 2. It's a 16-point Golden State lead. Floyd has the ball. Now they've got a 3-on-1. Boy, the Clippers' transition defense is just non-existent.
Clippers tried full court defense on that, and the Golden State Warriors maybe run a little bit too well for them to execute that. I'm not so sure that the Clippers are able to execute a full court defense and get back into position in time.
Nixon top of the key. Now to Edwards on the right wing. Maxwell tries to get the pass inside and cannot control it. And boy, the Clippers are just playing themselves right out of this ball game in the first half. But it's something Don Casey told me before the start of this ball game, and that is, he said, our lack of quality defense, Tommy, puts our offense in such a hole they can never climb out of it.
You know why? Because if you're giving the points up inside sure baskets, you're doing nothing but taking the ball out of bounds. You get no chance for fast breaks.
Now, that's one of the few times the Warriors have thrown it out of bounds. Although Clippers will retain possession.
We'll take a look at the overall stats on turnovers, but I'm sure that the Clippers are well ahead in that department.
Rory White on the right wing. Now to Max. Max wants to take it down the paint. Can't do it. Releases to Norm Nixon. Back inside to Maxwell. Wanted to get Barry Carroll in the air and moved right around Carroll on the baseline. That is what you've got to do in this league.
Sweet move.
Floyd to Carroll. Back to Sleepy. They got Purvis Short roaming the baseline. He's got it from 8 feet away. Air ball. Maxwell with the rebound. Out quickly Norm Nixon. He controls. Got White breaking left side. Cannot get the ball to him. Now they go inside. Marcus Johnson spins. He is scoreless tonight. Now he is fouled. He will not be scoreless any longer. Foul called on Purvis Short.
And as the Clippers are executing better, they're getting the men down underneath with a good position to get these. Here's a pass. There's Norm going down underneath. And here comes Marcus picking up that foul.
So at 2:56 to play in the first half, it's the Warriors by 16. Marcus Johnson will be at the line when we come back. And that is the day the Clippers host the Red Hot Dallas Mavericks. Fans can win concert tickets or records, Tommy, on KKHR's radio basketball stuffing contest. You know anything about that?
I used to stuff a few myself. I don't know if I can still do it, but give me a week, I'll get in shape. That's next Tuesday, Clippers versus the Mavericks.
You know, you ought to suit up and try that. You ought to give that a go at the sports arena. I think that's a heck of an idea.
Where's my heavy rope? I got some training to do.
Marcus Johnson, the first of two. Boy, he has been held scoreless through the first 22 minutes of this contest.
Marcus averaging 24 points a game. You know, the tough thing about this NBA game is it goes on and on. The Clippers in Los Angeles last night, Golden State tonight, and the beat goes on.
Look at that. Nixon gets a hand on that lead pass, but Floyd comes down with it anyway.
Not playing the transition game, and the Golden State Warriors taking every advantage. I like Sleepy Ford leading this team, and they come behind Sleepy Ford with Houston.
Nixon inside now to Marcus. Marcus turns on Teagle and lays it off the glass. Johnson's first 2 points. They come with 2:29 to play in the first half.
Good, sharp, crisp passing and moving into position rather than just standing there.
Gary Teagle. Barry Carroll wants it. JB's got it. He wants to get it inside to Purvis Short. Can't do it. Now Carroll drives the lane. It is partially blocked by Nymphius. Smith comes down with the basketball and pops it in.
You don't hear a lot about Smith, but he's about as mean under that basket as they come.
Well, he had 10 rebounds versus the Mavericks in that losing effort on Tuesday. Inside, Nymphius gets behind Smith. And what a block by Larry Smith. Oh, what a block.
A nice block, but there was a lot of body involved in that, too. And Kurt Nymphius is going over and saying, hey, Dick Bavetta, come on. You know, I just didn't fall down. Here we go, Norm Nixon into Nymphius. He goes up for the slam. Here comes Smith all over his back. Terrible call.
Out of bounds, Clippers. Max has it. Wants to move baseline, can't do it, brings it up on the left wing. Into Nymphius. Nymphius is backed by Smith. Now the fall-away jumper, and it's a beauty from 8 feet out.
I like that. That's a take that. I'm not intimidated. I'm coming back at you.
One of those things they used to call an in-your-face disgrace. C.P. Floyd with Nixon.
Take that, chump.
Joe Barry Carroll inside. The basket will not go. Purvis Short. Illegal defense by Los Angeles, so it will be no basket. Out of bounds. Golden State with 1:28 to play in the first half. It's 60-44 Warriors.
Well, I'm glad they called that.
Smith has it to Floyd. Floyd is picked up now out on top by Nixon. Nixon on the perimeter. Floyd baseline from 12 feet won't go. Nymphius with the rebound. It is off Kurt's hands. Out of bounds. Warriors. So Floyd will handle it right underneath Golden State's own basket. Teagle up and over Johnson, and you could hear it from the top of this place. Slap, slap, and Marcus has a personal foul.
Clipper foul,
His first.
2 minutes. Number 8, Marcus Johnson.
Stops the clock with 1:16 to play in the first half.
Golden State coming off of 3 straight losses. They want this one at home badly. They have been averaging a little over 10,000 people a game here. People get disinterested when you lose, though. You got to come out with a winner.
Eagle gets it to go at 61-44. Nixon moves right around Floyd. Nixon lets it go, rolls around the rim, won't go, rebound. Larry Smith. Bad baseball pass to Nymphius, hits him in the head, goes right to Teagle. Off the glass and in. How can you stop that kind of basketball? Well, Nymphius still shaking his head. Is he going to assist?
Oh, no, because it didn't lead directly to the basket. But boy, did he take a shot on the head.
Rory White. Shot partially blocked. by Purvis Short. Purvis Short whistled for the foul.
Nymphius hustling back on defense, never saw it coming. It was an attempted cross-court pass that hit Nymphius on the side of the head. Here's a pass, whammo, right on the side of the head, off to Teagle, who takes it down and hits a jumper that rolls around and eventually in.
Rory White has 7 since coming off the bench. Remember, he had 20 last night. It's good. 63-46. 43 seconds to play first half. Sleepy Floyd tries to back in on Nixon. Now turns. Floyd waiting for Purvis Short to get free. Releases to Smith, and it is going to be called, I believe, against Rory White.
Well, you can see Rory White in there for defensive situation, defensive position. Smith going to the line. Smith is strong. I mean, this is a 6'6", beefy guy in there. And he throws that body around the way, same way that Mark Aguirre does. And if he gets you behind him, he's going to use you. So Rory was trying to front him that time, but couldn't get out there.
He's got it to go. 33 ticks to play here in the first half. And now the biggest lead of the ball game. It is the Warriors by 19. Nixon onto the right wing. He's picked up by Sleepy. You see Don Chaney right there in by Norm, and now we've got a foul called, and it will be against Golden State, I believe, Larry Smith.
Yeah.
And it is against Smith, his 3rd of the ball game. Now, if I'm Don Chaney, I'm going to have Maxwell working on Smith if they leave him in the ball game. But I believe John Bach is too smart for that, Tommy.
No, Bach is going to send Greg Ballard in to Smith, who goes to the bench. Smith likes the battling game. He doesn't care about bumping bodies down underneath, and Maxwell is posting up very well.
Max around the rim and through. Cedric with 12. He is the Clippers' leading scorer. For Golden State, Joe Barry Carroll also has a dozen. Now it is Maxwell, the game's leading scorer, with 13. 20 seconds to go. The Warriors will play for the last shot. And if I'm Norm Nixon, I'm going to try and harass Sleepy Floyd enough to where you can't get the play started. Nixon, now the pick is set. Floyd tries to let it go. Joe Barry Carroll, 2 seconds. Ball's knocked away. They'll not get a shot off. It will not go. So the Warriors can do nothing with the last shot attempt. The buzzer sounds. We have completed 24 minutes of play here at Oakland Coliseum, and it is the Warriors all over the Clippers, 65-48. And it's the same story of the first half at Dallas last Saturday night. Tommy and I will return to the Oakland Coliseum immediately following news headlines coming up next right here live on KTLA.
Are up 65 over the LA Clippers. Clippers shooting a measly 38.5, while Golden State is at 54.7.
And coming into the ball game, the Clippers defense dead last in the league, giving up an average of just over 50% from the field, so they are way over that tonight. The Warriors are just lighting it up, and it's no surprise, Tommy, because the vast majority of the shots have come from inside the paint, within the 8 to 10 foot range from the basket.
Okay, we told you that the second call of illegal defense would result in a technical. That's what you're watching being shot right now by Cedric Maxwell. And what happens in a situation like that is the center doesn't want to come all the way out and guard someone because he leaves the center position in the post area open. So he'll lag back, but that's a zone defense, which is illegal in pro basketball, and you get called for it.
Clippers down by 16. Very, very important that Los Angeles get this second half off to a big start. Nymphius turns, won't go. Rebound, controlled by Golden State, taken away by Rory, won't go. Joe Barry Carroll with the board, and here comes Golden State.
Could have gotten a better shot there since he had control of the ball.
Floyd against Nixon. Now he tries to back in, pushes the ball down into the corner. It is Joe Barry Carroll. Inside, knocked away, controlled by Smith. Smith over Maxwell. Ball rolls around the rim, won't go out quickly. Here come the Clippers. Nixon to Nymphius. Nymphius inside to Marcus Johnson. Will go. Almost rolled over top of the rim and out. Assist to Kurt Nymphius. Clippers with the first 3 points here of the second half. Floyd backing in now on Nixon. Now wants to take it to the right wing. And he throws it away. Pass intended for Purvis Short, and the Clippers have a chance to score the first 5 of the second half. And as I said a moment ago, how this second half gets underway will dictate much, Tommy, as to how the rest of this ball game will go.
And coming out of that locker room at halftime, many teams find it difficult to get into high gear right away to start this third period. Clippers have to have it or they're out of it.
Marcus takes it in, lays it right over top of Joe Barry Carroll. And now the Clippers down by 12.
I love to see David get Goliath.
Sleepy against Nixon. Pick is set. Nixon scoots around. Floyd now on the left wing wants to get it into Joe Barry.
Okay, help down deep. Good, Norm. Good, Norm.
Into Carroll. Carroll turns on Impius, forces him to move away. Marcus Johnson with the rebound right over top of Larry Smith. Marcus leading the fast break to Maxwell. Has the ball knocked away off the hands of a Los Angeles Warrior. Purvis Short out of bounds, Los Angeles.
Lady Luck smiling on the Clippers as we start the third period.
Now the Clippers want a 20-second timeout. Cedric Maxwell winded. I don't know if he got hit or if he's just out of wind. Mike Sheminsky is out. Incidentally, while we have a moment, Tommy, we want to send a hello and a speedy recovery to Bud Ferrillo, the sports editor at KABC Radio. He is resting comfortably at Daniel Freeman Hospital in Inglewood after undergoing successful abdominal surgery. And I know you work with Bud through the course of the week, and I'm sure you'd like to second that, Tom.
I certainly do. I went by the hospital to see him before leaving to come up to Golden State here. And Bud's going to be all right. He'll be out about another 3.5 weeks and back on the job. So get well, big fella. We're with you.
You bet. Incidentally, this Clippers game is brought to you by Budweiser Beechwood Age. For that clean, crisp taste, this Bud's for you. 10:05 to play, third period. Clippers with the first 5 points here in the second half. They were trailed by 17 at halftime. A chance to reduce it now to 10. Sleepy Floyd trying to reach in, gets a fist in the face. Ball knocked away. Nixon comes up with a loose ball. Now puts it up over Short. Rattles her in. Tipped in, or will it not go? Now they're going to call basket interference. Take it off the scoreboard. Oh, that's a shame.
I know. We could have used that tip in there. Was on the ring. That's okay. Go after it.
Floyd to Carroll. Carroll picked up now by Impius. To Larry Smith. Now it is Terry Teagle. Up and over Marcus Johnson. You can't stop that kind of shot. Nixon pushes it up. Picked up now by Sleepy Floyd. On the right wing. Marcus now breaking for the hoop. Cannot get the basketball. Now he sends it in. Teagle tries to take it away. Won't go. Marcus Johnson will have the 2 points and a chance for 3. Joe Barry Carroll will be whistled for the foul.
That's the second time Marcus has done that on Carroll. Carroll coming over trying to help defensively, and instead of laying it off the glass with his right hand, you watch Marcus, he'll go up that way, take it back with his left hand, and lay it right over the rim. Beautiful offensive moves. Marcus struggled the first half, had only 2 points there for a while, but he's coming to life in this, the third period.
Well, if you know anything about NBA basketball, a 17-point lead at halftime is nothing. It may as well be 2.
That's what makes the game so beautiful. You can come back and do it.
Rebound, Larry Smith out now to Sleepy Floyd. He'll bring it up the left side. He is met by Norm Nixon. To Carroll. Carroll looking underneath. Would love to get it to Purvis. Can't do it. Instead, is content to get it to Larry Smith. Now to Teagle. Now it goes inside to Joe Barry. He turns on Impius. Ball away, partially blocked by Impius. And I believe Kurt will be called for the personal foul with a slap on the wrist. And he is.
Well, you know, you can immediately look at a team coming out of the locker room and see what the coach told them at halftime. Said, don't let Joe Barry turn in there and get that easy layup. And he's being clamped from the weak side every time. Good defensive movement.
Joe B gets the first of 2. That 17-point halftime lead is now a 13-point bulge for Golden State. 9:06 to play, third period. Carroll lets it fly. He's got both. Back to 14. Clippers need to set the tone and start chipping away now. Nixon again on the right wing, looking for Marcus. Pick is set. Here comes Rory White across the baseline. Now he's fronted by Purvis Short. Boy, the Warriors do such a great job of slumping off and helping out underneath.
Yeah, they do. They play excellent defense.
Nixon, three-point play, no.
But you can't come out and get that.
12-point lead. Short chooses Rory White away. Rebound Larry Smith. Gives it right back to Purvis. He lets it go from 6 feet. Again, it won't go. Rebound again Larry Smith. Blocked by Kurt Navius.
Now you ask me, yes, why was that goaltended? Because it hit the glass first. And after it hits the glass, whether it's going up or not, when you slap it, that's goaltending.
71-57. Nixon into the forecourt against Floyd. Now he lets it go. Too short. Rebound, Norm. This time from 16 feet away off the front of the rim. Won't go. Rebound, Purvis. Purvis short. Now moves around Rory White.
4 Warriors around the basket there, only 1 Clipper. How are you going to rebound with this team?
Floyd against Nixon. 6 seconds left in the shot clock. Sleepy lets it go. Rebound, Maxwell. Cedric to Marcus. Underneath the Kurt, and he slams it home. Oh, beautiful pass to Nymphius. And that, my friends, is what the Clippers need a whole boatload of. Boy, that's pretty. 7:35 to play, third period. Warriors by 12. The lead at halftime was 17. Sleepy Floyd tries to go baseline. Now releases to Short. Short from 8 feet away. Rattles the iron and drops through.
Short puts an arch on that ball that you will not believe. It's rainmaking.
Marcus has it knocked away by Terry Teagle. Nixon tries to move baseline on Sleepy. Has it knocked away. Nixon recovers. Now it's inside. Rory White turns. Partially blocked. Will it go? Yes, it will. Rory White with 2 more. For White, 10 in the ball game. His first 2 of the second half. Down quickly to Sleepy. He's picked up in the forecourt by Nixon. Short tries to go baseline, and he is grabbed by the wrist by Rory White. And we do have a foul call, but the Warriors want a timeout. So the clock stops with 6:47 to play in the third period. And the Clippers are trying their best to make a game out of it. They trail now by 12.
Look at some stats here. LA coming out in the second half has 10 points in the paint, meaning they are penetrating a lot better. Golden State only 2.
Teagle back to Sleepy. Floyd now tries to move into the paint. Dishes off to Purvis Short from 16 feet away. Nothing but net. You don't mind giving those up when you make the opposition work for the perimeter shot. Boy, the ones you hate. Those 7, 8, 9, 10-foot variety. Floyd reaching in, almost slapped Nixon. Nixon trying to get the ball to Max. Has it knocked away by Purvis Short. Oh, Norm just hangs his head, slams it home.
I hate to see that. Sleepy Floyd is an excellent defensive player. Norm Nixon is about as fast as they come. Sleepy's playing him head up.
Nixon. We've got a foul called. It will be against Golden State, I believe. Terry Teagle.
Warrior foul, the second team foul of the period.
Well, if you missed the splendor of Hollywood's grandest parade, don't miss the encore of the star-studded Hollywood special with more than 100 of your favorite celebrities.
The Hollywood Christmas Parade, Saturday at 6 on Channel 5.
You talk about a parade. How about that parade to the basket by Marcus Johnson? 6,200 on hand here tonight at the Coliseum in Oakland. Teagle with the ball on the left wing. He wants to get it to Purvis Short. And he's got it to him. Short turns on Rory. Now he goes baseline and gets Rory White in the air. Oh, man.
Oh, that was a good draw. Rory had no place to go on that. He was committed. Purvis, that's his 3rd foul. Watch Short. He's working him. He's in the driver's seat. Gives him the hitch. There he is. And when he sees Rory is in the air, he just leans right in and takes advantage of it. Now, Short is one of those players, now, like last year, he was a heart and soul of this team. The Golden State Warriors did not have Joe Barry Carroll, who was playing in Italy at the time. They did not have Chris Mullin. Greg Ballard had not come over, and this was a struggling team. But Purvis Short is someone to be reckoned with in the NBA, one of its outstanding offensive players.
That game he had last year against Jersey, 59 points. Well, Purvis Short, he's a player. There's no question. Marcus, well, there's a battle going on underneath. Marcus left hand over Joe Barry Carroll, won't go. Rebound, Max. Max out on top to Nixon. 24-second clock reset. 78-63. Now Nymphius lets it go. Front of the rim. Won't go. Rebound. Here comes the man we're talking about, Purvis Short. He's got Floyd on the left wing. Short goes into the paint and now brings it out on the wing. Little pass inside off Nymphius. It was a good idea. Terry Teagle trying to release the ball to Lewis. Got knocked away off Kurt Nymphius. And Floyd will handle it out of bounds underneath Golden State's own basket. Carroll to Teagle from 21 feet away. Nothing but plexiglass. Norm Nixon to Nymphius inside, and Kurt puts it up and in right over the top of Purvis Short. 4:48 to play, third period. Floyd left wing, inside to Carroll. Carroll wants to turn on Nymphius, does so from 3 feet away, too short. Rebound. Nixon to Marcus. Behind the back to Rory White, and he slams it down. Oh, you don't get to see enough of that if you're a Clippers fan. And now the Warriors want a timeout. 4 minutes and 26 seconds to play. Hold everything. It is a 22nd timeout issued to the Golden State Warriors, and John Bach is up off his seat. He's unhappy with the play of his ball club.
Now watch this lead pass out to Marcus. He stretches to get it. He says, here, Rory, I'm going to drop this for you. Do with it what you will.
Boom.
Slam.
Clippers trailed by 17 at halftime. They've got that Warrior lead now down to 11, and that statistic Tommy talked about a moment ago. So far in the second half, 16 of the Clippers' points have come in the paint. For Golden State, just 4.
You know, we were talking about some of the first half statistics. Golden State taking good care of the ball, turned it over 4 times. The Clippers only scored 4 points. LA turned it over 9 times, and the Warriors scored 10 points off of those turnovers.
Short wants to go baseline. He's 2-team there. There's that trap defense. Out on top, Chris Mullin into the ball game. Sleepy Floyd has it. Back to Mullin. Mullin lets it go from 21 feet away, and he pours it in.
Good-looking rookie. Chris looks like a kid at the recreation center. You know it? He doesn't look like he's ready for pro ball yet. He looks like a young boy out there, but boy, can he hit him. YMCA Player of the Year, Chris Mullin.
3:46 to go in the third period. Cedric Maxwell tries to back in now on Larry Smith. Turns. There's that little fuss-in shot. That's a beauty.
Do it, Max.
Floyd up quickly against Nixon. To Short on the wing. He lets it fly, and you can't stop those. The Clippers back in a hurry. Boy, that Golden State defense really sets fast. Rory White, ball partially blocked. Nymphius with the rebound, and it is out of bounds off the baseline. The Warriors will maintain possession.
Now, this is where the defense really is necessary. You can get back in this game right now, get it down to about 10.
Sleepy Floyd.
Boy, these are long-range bombers here.
Well, they didn't have to take any of those in the first half, so they've got some coming here in the second half, I suppose. Nixon waits for the pick by Nymphius. Now Norm lets it fly. Hey, hey. 84-71. Warriors by 13. 2:47 play, third period. Sleepy pushing it up against Nixon. Waits for Smith to set the pick. Norman moves around it. Now Floyd wants to get it to Purvis Short. Releases to Short. Short against Rory White. He's 2-team. Short from way out. The ball won't go. Rebound Max. He'll get the ball up in a hurry. Joe Barry Carroll's way back. Center should be wide open. Marcus Johnson sees this open. Moves in off the glass and in.
Just a nice glide into the hoop. Marcus having a heck of a year. 30 points or more 6 times so far this season.
Johnson had 2 points at halftime. He has 12 now in the ball game. 10 points in 10 minutes here in the third period. Mullin from 21. Not close. Rebound Nymphius. Boy, the Clippers can reduce this margin to 9 now. Rory White is already set up on the left side. Nixon into the paint. Releases to Rory White. Gets Mullin in the air. The basket is good. And the Clippers are inside of 10 points now. A chance to reduce that margin to 9.
And you talked about a 17-point lead meaning nothing. The complexion of these games changes within a minute's time. And there's a drop-off to Rory White, who pumps, fakes, takes it up, and scores.
84-75 with 1:55 to play in the third period. Rory White with a chance to make it an 8-point Warrior lead. We'll be back.
Hospital will play the Young and the Restless in a pregame followed by an autograph session. Get a $10 ticket for just $5 by calling 748-0500 right now.
Now, Tommy and I invite you to join us from Denver, Colorado, next Wednesday at 6:30 right here on KTLA. The Nuggets and the Clippers live. Rory White, there's the third point of that three-point play. And it is now the Warriors by 8. It was 17 at halftime. Boy, the Clippers making a run. 1:47 to play, third period. Floyd on the left wing, goes baseline to Mullen. Now Joe Barry Carroll. Floyd almost has it knocked away, retains possession. Great hustle by Rory White. Mullen now against White. Mullen into the lane, tries to throw the ball up, not even close. Out quickly, Floyd gets the errant pass. It was a good try by the Clippers. Baseline, short, off the glass and
You got to take care of that ball when you get it, and the tendency is to try to get it up there right away. And there's always a guard lurking out there waiting to steal it.
Marcus Johnson tries to move it in on Mullen. And it is Marcus whistled for traveling. Well, it begins to sound like a broken record, I'm sure, Tommy, to Clipper fans, but it is, in fact, the biggest bugaboo of this ball club, and that is denying the opposition that baseline.
Yeah. You see Short drive it down there, and he's got you beat. If you're neck and neck with him on the baseline, he's got you beat. Here's another one.
There's that reverse English. Mullen with his own rebound. Nobody in a blue jersey anywhere near the basket.
See, you only have so many runs in a basketball game before you run out of gas, and here's hoping that the Clippers can put together another one.
Max needs the basketball. Greg Ballard picks him up. What a move Cedric made on Greg Ballard. And Ballard, I believe, is going to be whistled. He's the Collard. He's Collard with the foul.
Well, Max doesn't look too quick out there, but he showed an excellent first step on that move to the basket. You know, I may be dating myself a little bit, but when Greg Ballard was at Gary High School in the Los Angeles area, Ross Porter and I did his high school games. And now the man has been in the pros about 8 or 9 years.
Now, you're absolutely right. He's entering his 9th NBA season. Of course, first as a Warrior. Spent his entire career with the Washington Bullets. 11-point Warrior lead. Maxwell will try and reduce it to 10, and he does it. 39 seconds to play, third period.
Max is 78% shooter from that line, doing very well there tonight.
Jeff Houston has come into the ball game. He has the ball. Sends it inside to Joe Barry Carroll. Barry Carroll tries to go baseline, puts it up off the glass, tipped away by Purvis Short, right over Junior Bridgman. 16 seconds left on the shot clock. 19 left in the third period. Ball knocked away. Norm Nixon comes up with the basketball. Great pair of hands, Norman. Clippers would love to get the last basket of this third period.
It's good to see what he did right there. He didn't rush it up, gave his offense a chance to set up, and let's see if they can capitalize.
3-point play. Nixon, it won't go. It was a great idea. So the time expires here in the third period. What was a 17-point Warrior lead at halftime is now a 10-point Golden State lead with 12 minutes to play. The final period of play here from Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. The Warriors 88, the Clippers 78. Jerome White entered the ballgame for Golden State along with Chris Mullin, Jeff Houston, Larry Smith, and Greg Ballard. For the Clippers, they'll start the final period with White, Bridgman, Nymphius, Cage, and Franklin Edwards. Houston pushes it up court. He's got it into Mullins. They go baseline to Larry Smith. He sends it back on top to Jeff Houston. Houston wants to get it into Whitehead, can't do it. He's into the paint, gets Edwards in the air, now sends it up off the glass, and it's a beauty.
Exceptional ability to bank off the glass, square onto the basket, straight ahead.
Bridgman, left wing to Rory White. White goes baseline up and over Joe Barry Carroll. Nymphius tries to come down with the basketball. Cage does. Back out to Edwards. Edwards gets it to Nymphius. Inside now to Cage. He puts it on the ground, but a foul is going to be called, I believe, on Larry Smith.
I think that's his fourth, if it is. Smith got called grabbing there.
And it is his fourth. So Bridgman will inbound it. Rory White has the ball. He's picked up in the forecourt by Ballard to Edwards on the left wing. Nymphius. Rory White. He wants to turn on Ballard. Does so. Lets it go. Off balance shot. Rebound Jerome Whitehead. The former Clipper releases to Jeff Houston.
This is a point of the game when your bench makes the difference between victory and defeat. You gotta rest your starters. Now these guys have to come off the bench and sustain the action. Let's see what the Clippers do.
Ballard's turnaround, not even close. Rebound Franklin Edwards. He tries to save it.
Oh.
Throws it right into Jerome Whitehead. Won't go. Rebound Michael Cage, and the Clippers still have life. They're down by 12. Plenty of time left.
Living dangerously.
Bridgman to Nymphius. Nymphius, that's his range. Not close. Cage with the rebound. He puts it up, and he's going to be called, I believe, for traveling, and he is. Oh, he had the 2 points and couldn't send it home.
Now, Michael could have gone right up with it. It was almost as if he were looking for Joe Barry Carroll, who's not in the game right now. He can go up with Jerome Whitehead and get it off. Draw that foul. Instead, we get a turnover.
Whitehead. To Mullen. Against Rory White. And Chris Mullen sends it down. For Mullen, that's his 12th point of the ball game. 9:54 to play. It is now a 14-point Warrior lead. It was 8 at one time. Nymphius up and over Jerome from 8 feet away. It's there. Ballard looking for Whitehead on the baseline. Cannot get the ball to him. Ballard trying now to turn on Junior Bridgman. Gets Bridgman in the air. The ball's in the air. There's a beauty. A ball away from 14. Edwards inside, given away by Whitehead. Is it saved? It is saved. Nymphius comes up with the loose basketball. He's triple teamed underneath, and we're going to have a foul called right there in front of John Bach.
Bach is up off the bench, extending both thumbs up, meaning jump ball, and the official said, no, we'll have none of it.
Bridgman will handle the inbounds. Marcus Johnson is up off the bench. He will check in. Johnson had 10 points in the third period alone. Rory White throws the ball away. It is off Jeff Houston. Marcus will check in. Rory White will leave the ball game. Cedric Maxwell also coming into the game to replace Kurt Nymphius. While we have a moment, our sympathies to Hal Childs, the former PR director with the Clippers when they were in San Diego, now the assistant general manager here in Golden State. His father passed away today in Portland. And Hal, we certainly pass along our condolences to you. Jump shot by Franklin Edwards. It's there. 8:52 to play. It's the Warriors by 12. Houston to Mullen. Mullen from 20 feet away. Now that's how he got to be St. John's all-time leading scorer. The guy could fill it up from anywhere, Tommy.
College Player of the Year, winner of the John Wooden Award.
Baseline, Junior Bridgman all alone. Greg Ballard tripped up in the switch. He's still on the floor. And it is out of bounds, I believe. I believe it is out of bounds to Los Angeles, and it is. 8:23 to play the ball game.
Clippers with a very small lineup out there. Tallest man on the floor, 6'9".
Marcus Johnson has the ball. He'll try to move on Purvis Short to Maxwell. Ball knocked away by Jerome. Maxwell recovers. Now Maxwell goes baseline. Has it taken away by Jerome. Mullen has the ball. No look pass to Purvis Short. One-on-one Franklin Edwards. Rattles the rim. Won't go. The tip into Larry Smith. Smith with a dozen points on the night. Junior Bridgman hit in the eye. Releases the ball to Marcus. Has it blocked by Whitehead, and Jerome will be called for the foul. But Junior Bridgman has been hit and believed to be in the right eye.
It was coming down. Chris Mullen tried to intercept a pass coming across court. Bridgman got it right in the eye. Of course, it was unintentional, but it kind of smarts. Boy, Jerome Whitehead really fouls you when you come in there. I mean, he makes no point about it. You're going to be hit.
Clippers call a timeout. Bridgman, it is the right eye. I'll tell you what, Clippers don't have any part of Oakland Coliseum. I'll tell you, they have been battered in their 2 visits here thus far this year. Clock is stopped with 7:57 to play in the ball game, and it is the Warriors that lead now is 16. The Utah Jazz at the Sports Arena. Game time is 7:30, but I'll tell you what, get there plenty early Saturday night, because the cast from General Hospital will play the cast from The Young and the Restless in a pregame, followed by an autograph session. You can get a $10 ticket for that game for just $5 by calling 748-0500. Operator standing by right now. Marcus shot won't go. It is a 15-point Warrior lead. 7:53 to go in the ball game. Johnson now with 13 points tonight.
With the big guys back in, Joe Barry, Carroll, the Clippers still going with their small lineup.
Mullen wants to get it to Carroll, does so. There's the give and go, knocked away inside, picked up by Smith. Purvis Short has it, gets Maxwell in the air, and the shot goes anyway.
Oh boy. Game busters. Here's a pump. Here's Maxwell trying to play defense all over. Short does that very well, though. He gets you up in the air. He shows you the hitch. As soon as he gets you off balance, he can let go of that shot and happen to score that with possible 3-point play for Purvis Short.
Warriors now 11 of 14 from the free throw line. The Clippers 22 of 25. Thus far in the ball game, through 3 quarters, the Warriors hitting 53% from the field. The Clippers 45%. Nixon to Cage on the left wing. He sends it inside, knocked away by Mullen. Now the release is out to Houston's got Mullen on the right side. How about that pass? Oh my! Give Houston a big assist. He just seems to hang in the air. Nixon to Rory White. He turns, puts it up and over Joe B. Carroll. 103-85, an 18-point lead, biggest of the night for Golden State. Joe Barry against Cage. Off the rim, no good. Larry Smith will be called. That is his 5th personal foul tonight.
13, Larry Smith. A 5th personal foul. Warriors 4th team foul.
But unfortunately for the Clippers, the Warriors still not in the bonus, so there'll be no free throw shot on this one.
Greg Ballard has gone into the ball game, replacing Larry Smith. Nixon into the forecourt now, picked up by Houston. Nixon now down the lane he goes, releases to Michael Cage, and he is fouled. I believe it's against Chris Mullen. And now the Clippers in the penalty.
Number 2, Joe Barry Carroll.
Joe Barry Carroll was whistled for the foul. For Carroll, that is his 3rd.
There's one thing about Norm Nixon. When he's driving in there, he'll give it to you. Just spread out and give him some space. He'll find the open man.
For Michael Cage, only his 3rd point tonight. Last night he had only 6 in 22 minutes. 6:32 to play in the ball game. 103-87 Golden State.
Still time to get back in.
Ballard with the pass to Mullen. Mullen picked up by Marcus. Underneath, that's Houston. Houston moves around the containment. Out to Ballard. Ballard over top of Cedric Maxwell. Won't go. Marcus with the rebound. Out to Norm Nixon. Here come the Clippers. Boy, the Warriors get back in a hurry. Nixon drives the lane. Knocked away. Good block by Purvis Short. Johnson retains possession. How about that? It's Joe Barry Carroll in the air. Maxwell draws the foul.
Max says they've been catching me on the hitch, and that's 4 for Joe Barry Carroll. So it's about time for me to catch someone else up in the air. Maxwell going to the line, shooting 78%. There's Nixon going for the layup. He has it swatted away. Retrieved by Maxwell.
Maxwell gets the first of 2, and there's the bump.
Max should be over 80% after this game at the free throw line. I think he came in shooting about 78%.
Maxwell with 19, make it 20. He had 18 last night with 9 rebounds in 26 minutes. He was perfect from the field a night ago, 6 from 8 from the line. Carroll turns on Cage. Now he's 2-teamed back on top to Houston. Now it is Mullen from 22 feet away, and it's there. has found the range tonight. He has 16. For a guy hitting only 31% from the field in his last half dozen games, he has gotten well tonight at the expense of Los Angeles. Norm Nixon from 10 feet. 14-point Warrior lead, 5:30 to play in the ball game. Nymphius waiting to check into the ball game. Likewise, Teagle and Floyd, Golden State. There's the release to Houston. Houston goes on the wing to Ballard. Too hard. Rebound Golden State. Purvis short into the paint he goes. How about that little ditty?
Scores it from all angles. Don Chaney throws up his hands. He says, come on over here, guys. We got to take a timeout. We need to regroup.
5:08 to play in the ball game. A defense that played so very, very well a night ago has not been in evidence tonight. 5:08 to play in the ball game, and the Warriors already with 107.
Inspector Clouseau is missing. Only one man can find him. David Niven, Robert Wagner, starring Blake Edwards, Curse of the Pink Panther, Saturday at 8 on Channel 5.
5:02 to play in the ball game. Norm Nixon now moves around the pick set by Nymphius. Now he drives in. Nymphius with the basketball, and Greg Ballard takes him out.
You know, there are humorous things that go on in pro basketball, but you take a physical beating underneath there, and there are no pads.
Now we've got a 16-point Warrior lead. If you go to the points scored within the paint, the Clippers have been outscored in that area by 18. That's the difference right there, Tommy. We talked about it at the outset of our telecast. That would play a major part in the outcome of this game, and that has been exactly what has happened. That's Sleepy Floyd trying to back in on Nixon. Floyd looking underneath, would love to get it to Joe Barry. Carroll does so. There's the give and go. Carroll can't get the ball to him. Now Joe B turns on Nymphius. Rebound Kurt. Norm Nixon has it. He took it right away from Nymphius.
I don't know if Nymphius passed that one or not.
How about that shot? Up and over both Ballard and Purvis short. 4:26 to play, 107-95. It's 12 points. Floyd against Nixon. Almost has it taken away. Now Floyd lets it go from 18 feet. Not long enough. Greg Ballard lets it go up, and it will not go down. So Ballard will have a chance at 2. Foul called on Norm Nixon.
Nixon had no opportunity to do anything on that except make sure that Ballard didn't score. So just let him go there. He would have just laid it off the glass for a certain 2 points. He's going to get them, earn them from the free throw line. He's halfway home.
Take the foul off Norm Nixon and stick it on Max.
You did a good job, Max. You did what you had to do.
4:07 to play. Nixon pushes it up against Teagle. Maxwell back to Nixon. Nixon wants Rory White to move over to the right side, does so. Now Nixon wants to penetrate the left side, has it knocked away by Teagle. Now puts it up from 16 feet, too hard. Rebound Marcus Johnson, no, Greg Ballard almost has it taken away. Loose ball, up comes with the Purvis short. Purvis short, nobody there at all. Tries to slam it home, won't go. Rebound being fought for, that is Rory White. White releases to Nixon. Here come the Clippers 3-on-3. Marcus Johnson moves around. Teagle up and over. Joe B. Carroll. Hey, what a move, Marcus.
Oh, that was sweet. Strict challenge.
Marcus with 15. Again, that Warriors lead cut to 12 with 3:20 to go. Carroll has it knocked away. The block is good. Now Carroll goes baseline again, lets it go from 3 feet away. Rattles the rim, won't go. Teagle comes down with the ball. Knocked away by Nymphius. And the Warriors will have 4 shots at the basket.
Nymphius playing good defense, but the Clippers can't seem to rebound it.
Floyd, 8 seconds left to go on the shot clock. And I believe we're going to have illegal defense called against the Clippers.
Well, you know what happened on that? Norm got switched off on Purvis short, and that's a big mismatch.
That's the second call of illegal defense against Los Angeles, and it will result in a technical foul. Purvis short to the free throw line with 2:55 remaining in the ball game.
So with Nixon trying to guard short, someone had to come over and help, and that meant leaving a man free on the wing there. And the referee saw it right away and called the illegal defense.
And now the Warriors want a timeout. So with 2 minutes and 55 ticks to play in this ball game, the Warriors have the ball, and they have a 13-point lead.
You know, let's take this opportunity to say congratulations to Derek Smith and his wife, Monica.
You bet.
They had their first child last week, and here's Marcus driving down the lane and laying it right over Joe Barry Carroll and into the hoop. Monica and Derek Smith, their first child, Sydney Gabrielle. Congratulations. Proud parents.
And Derek worked out with the ball club Monday, gave that knee a test. Still experiencing a little bit of pain, but according to Dr. Daly, the word is whenever he feels fit to go, Derek Smith will be ready to play again. Likewise, Jamal Wilkes, day-to-day basis. That severely sprained ankle simply not responding. He too gave it a go this week during practice, Tommy, and it should not be long before we see both Derek and Jamal back in the lineup. But then again, that creates a big problem for Don Chaney.
Yes, it does, because then he has 14 men on his player roster, and he has to get rid of 2. Now, there are names being bandied around. We won't make that decision, but Jim Thomas is one, Murphy is the other, and Lancaster Gordon, who has a guaranteed contract, 2 years remaining on a guaranteed contract.
Are you surprised at Lancaster Gordon's lack of effectiveness?
Yes, I am. And you can't say that he hasn't had opportunities to play in the last couple of years. Maybe it's a situation where a guy gets to pro ball and he had reached his peak in college, but he hasn't even shown in pro ball half of what he's shown in college, and it must be frustrating for him. I know that he does work. Comes out here and he works out an hour before the game, trying to get that game together, but it hasn't happened for him. And it's not happening for the Clippers here at the Oakland Coliseum tonight. They're down 110 to 97 with 2:55 remaining.
Warriors with the ball. Greg Ballard brings it inbounds. Now it is Sleepy Floyd. They go underneath. Purvis short. Little pump goes up and over. Kurt Nymphius. 2:46 to play in the ball game. 112-97. Nixon drives on in, lets it fly, and it'll be a three-point opportunity. Norm Nixon with 17. Recall last night he had 10.
His third personal.
Now you said at the top of tonight's telecast, Tom, that you thought Nixon was rounding into form very, very well.
Yeah, he is. You can tell the way he's moving the ball up the floor. He's not winded out there. He played 35 minutes last night. He's going to be on the floor 35 minutes at least a night to keep this Clipper team going. And with Norm Nixon and Derek Smith at the guards when Derek is healthy, they don't get any better.
Blocked. Out of bounds. Golden State.
Very scary time for Derek Smith right now because there's still a little pain in that knee, and he doesn't want to test it too early.
Floyd tries to go baseline, releases to Whitehead. Ball won't get through. Norm Nixon. Boy, the Warriors get back in a hurry. Marcus Johnson tries to get Teagle in the air. Now does so. Rattles the iron. Won't go. Tipped again by White. Kurt Nymphius comes down with it. Lets it go from 5 feet away over Greg Ballard. We got a 10-point ball game with 2:02 to play.
Kurt took his time, gathered himself, went up, and softly laid it over the rim.
1:54 to play in the ball game. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. There goes Floyd, unmolested to the hoop. Man, oh
got to
man.
help on that. You got to help.
Nixon, three-point play. Too hard. Rebound, Floyd. Floyd against Nixon across the timeline now. 1:35 seconds to play. Warriors in no hurry at all to get a shot off. Now Floyd is two-team. Releases to Teagle. Teagle moves around Marcus Johnson into the paint. He goes, throws it away. Rory White to Nixon, and it is picked off by Teagle. Called taking care of the basketball during the transition game. Purvis short. With 1 minute and 11 seconds to go, it's the Warriors by 12. Floyd, all by himself, has it knocked away, and it is out of bounds. Golden State.
Well, the old clock on the wall, folks, tells us that it's going to be impossible for the Clippers to pull this one out.
Purvis short from 19 feet away. He fills it up. Rory White, one-on-one now, knocks it right off his foot, out of bounds, Golden State. Now the Clippers beaten here back in their first visit to Golden State, 127 to 115. And with 41 seconds to play, as Tommy mentioned, this one will be an impossibility. Well, it's a game that we said at the outset that the Clippers felt they could come in here and grab. Whitehead, foul called. The Golden State Warriors, Tommy, quite frankly, were playing horrible basketball coming into tonight's ball game.
Talking to Don Chaney before the game, here's Sleepy Floyd laying it off to Whitehead, and Whitehead fouled by Maxwell. Whitehead at the line. Don Chaney said tonight, yes, we made some progress, but I am not sure at this point if everyone is clear on what they should do. Now, I did see some good signs, some help at the center position, the double teaming of Joe Barry Carroll and not letting him turn in. But it's a day-to-day progressive type thing, and this Clipper team is just coming around.
Marcus Johnson, little tip to Rory White. How about that play?
Roy said, I'm not kicking this one out.
117-104, 22 seconds to play in the ball game. Well, Joe Barry Carroll had 12 points at halftime. He only has 2 points in the entire second half. So you're right. They went into the locker room at halftime, and Don Chaney says, gentlemen, we have got to keep the ball from Joe Barry Carroll, and they've done it effectively here in the second half.
They certainly have. Here's Floyd going well against Norm Nixon. Norm fouling him before he gets in and wastes any more time.
Floyd gets the first of 2.
I'm impressed with Floyd. I think he plays an excellent floor game, leads his team very well.
Now the Clippers have tomorrow off. They'll return to Los Angeles, hold a practice tomorrow, and then go up against the Jazz on Saturday. There's the pickoff by Teagle all the way down to Sleepy Floyd, and that'll be the last points of this ball game. 8 seconds to play. It's 121 to 104. Nixon inbounds at the max. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. And it is Maxwell all the way to the basket, and it will not go. Well, we talked at the outset of our telecast, Tommy, about the presence of Joe Barry Carroll. And at halftime, as I said, he had a dozen points, only came up with 2 in the second half. But Purvis Short, who only had 8 points at intermission, had 23 big second half points. And those were the 2 guys that Don Chaney told us during the pregame his ball club would have to contain.
And those are the players that we pointed out during the pregame. Now, if you don't defense, they're going to kill you. Joe Barry Carroll shows up, and he gets himself 20 points. Purvis Short, one of the more effective offensive players in the league, showing you a variety of shots and abilities to drive to the basket, take the outside jump shot, rough off the boards. Also want to give Smith a little credit, because although he ran into foul trouble, he was a monster on the boards, knocking people around, and very effective in getting the Clippers 2 and 3 shots in a row in many situations during the game. The Clippers are not yet a team, not yet the working unit that Don Chaney wants. But on behalf of Chaney, I will have to say that the intensive work that he did in the 2 days off that they had showed some positive results, but not enough to beat a team like the Golden State Warriors, coming along beautifully well. And Chris Mullin coming in as a rookie, struggling from the field and shooting less than 40%. Just looked tremendous tonight, showing a lot of offensive ability and very good long-range bombing.
You know, you talk about this Golden State Warrior club. It's a team that had come into the ball game on the wings of a 4-game losing streak. The Clippers came in last night. They had won against Sacramento last night, and I think Don Chaney felt that they had played the kind of defense in last night's game against a team that, quite frankly, not one of the powerhouses in the National Basketball Association. But then who cares? You've tried to work on a new defense for the last couple of days, and what you're really trying to do is get a defense to gel, get a defense to solidify, and they thought they did it last night. Of course, tonight, it simply did not come around again. We'll be back to the Oakland County Coliseum in just a moment.
The Los Angeles Clippers, soaring to new heights, You can share the excitement this Saturday when the Clippers battle the Jets. At 6, members of General Hospital, including Brian Patrick Clark, will play the Young and the Restless, including Don Diamond, followed by an autograph session. Call 748-0500 now and get a $10 ticket for just $5. That's this Saturday when the athletes and stars will be shining. So call 748-0500 now for your $5 ticket.
Introducing a line of power tools designed to work as one with your hand. The revolutionary Black & Decker M47 series.
17-point game, cut that Warrior margin to 8, and it appeared as if the Clippers might really make a concerted run at this ball club. But as we have said so many times, when the Clippers get buried early, you expend so much energy just getting back into the game that your chances of really coming back from a 17-point margin is very, very difficult.
Well, as I said in the third period, you only have so many runs at a team before you run out of gas, and this has been the Clippers' problem. When they got within 8, they got careless with the ball, started turning it over, giving away easy shots. And in just a moment, we're going to have a very exciting young rookie from the Golden State Warriors. He'll tell you what he thinks about the Clippers' offense, defense, and how he's doing, how well he's faring in the NBA today. The College Player of the Year, the recipient of the John R. Wooden Award, Chris Mullin.
And we'll be back with Chris in just a moment. Coliseum in Oakland, 121-104, Golden State over Los Angeles, and certainly one man with this Golden State Warriors ball club that made a big, big contribution is the rookie out of St. John's, Chris Mullin. And Chris, Tuesday night against the Dallas Mavericks, you came away with only 7 points. Your last 6 games at 31.5% from the field, but tonight you really seemed to find that outside shot. You got that big one to fall early.
Well, I think the biggest thing, like you said, is getting off to a good start, getting the first shot down and really gaining your confidence. I've been working at my shot just as much now as I was in college, and it's a thing where I'm getting good shots. That's the main thing. Sometimes they're not dropping, but as long as I'm getting good shots, I'm satisfied. And, you know, I'm going to have ups and downs. It's a long season, but, you know, I'm still confident.
You like that 20-foot range shot awfully well, don't you?
Well, I think my teammates have get me good screens, and that's really the main thing. Once you get open, you know, I think after that it's kind of easy. You know, like I said, getting the screens and getting a good pass, that's really the main thing.
All right, Chris, you come in. You finally get your contract situation settled, and you're ready to play. You come in, you're going on adrenaline, and all of a sudden, you've played about 5 games, and then you realize how much you don't know about this pro game. It's a big adjustment factor, isn't it?
Oh, it's a totally different game. And I think, like you said, when I first came in as a college player, you like to think it's not. Because you don't want to face all these adjustments. You know, you like to say it's the same thing. I'm going to be able to score just like I did in college. But it's really a totally different game. And it's like going to school for me. Every time we go to practice, every time we're in the game, I'm learning something. And a lot of times the hard way, but I think it'll really stick in your head when the guys really drill it to you.
Now, in the game, you're what we call a gym rat. You love the gymnasium. You had the key to the gym at St. John's. I understand that you have a key to the gym at Stanford University now?
Well, they're making it really easy for me to get in the gym. And, like, again, I don't have all the talent in the world, so, you know, I have to get out there and put in extra time. And, you know, shooting is one of my keys, and I really got to keep my shot, you know, up to par. And, you know, I don't feel good unless I work out extra, because I really think I need to.
Chris, when you were at St. John, when you played game in and game out, you looked for that open shot. You looked for that 18, 20-foot shot with nobody around you. Noticing your shots in the NBA, that doesn't quite happen as often where you're left alone. You seem to have the quality athlete right in your hip pocket every single game.
Oh, yeah, that's another big thing I learned about the NBA game is the fallacy about they don't play defense in the NBA, you know? I think they play more defense, and it's more aggressive. It's just I think the athletes are much better, and, you know, the offensive players are better, but the defense is real tough. I think it's a lot harder getting open. You can make one cut, and they're going to switch. You got to do a lot of counter moves to get open.
Certainly one of the big reasons that is so difficult to get open in the NBA is that they do not allow the zone defense, so you can't stand out there and bomb away from 20-21 feet.
Yeah, I missed that a lot, too, coming down. That was... you know, some gimmies, you know, there's little gifts coming down and take a little wide open 20-footer, but there's none of them around here. But I think overall it's going to help my game. You can play against the best basketball players in the world night in and night out. And I think it's a learning experience right now. I'm going to have some ups and downs. I realize that. And I just got to be patient with myself.
All right, let's talk about the Golden State Warriors. A couple of things really impressed me. Number one, you've got an excellent running game.
Well, I think that's something we try and incorporate. You can't rely just on the half-court game because people start keying on you. They're watching films on you every day. And you really have to kind of put wrinkles into your game, you know, a little running, a little half-court game. And I think that's when we're successful. When we come out and just play all running game or all half-court game, that's when we get in trouble. When we mix it up pretty good, that's when we can come out and win the game. And I think, you know, everyone's been playing together, and I think that's a big thing also.
And you've got a front line with Joe Barry Carroll and Purvis Short that gives you at least 45 points a game. And Larry Smith is no slouch in there. Smith comes in, he really bangs, doesn't he? He's a beef man.
See, there's a lot of guys I never really got to watch, you know, being home in back east. You know, Golden State's not on TV a whole lot. But you said Larry Smith is out there rebounding, and he just gives 100% every night. Purvis, you know, he's on the top of the list in the NBA. And Joe Barry's been playing fantastic, scoring, and I think even more importantly, really passing the ball real well.
Chris, let's talk for a moment about your senior year at St. John's. So many thrills going up against Georgetown, Villanova. Can you ever imagine a greater thrill than you had your senior year at St. John?
Well, I think it's my 4 years at St. John's were just fantastic, and the main reason being the people, Coach Conaseca, my teammates, and you know, I just love Coach Conaseca to death. I still keep in touch with him, and you know, when you're dealing with good people, things work out well, and I think that's what's happening here. I think I've heard it said before, when you're surrounded by good people, good things happen. And I really think that's going to happen out here also.
If you have one plus being here at Golden State and playing for John Bach, it is the fact that you no longer have to look at that old, worn-out sweater that Lou wore game in and came out.
I really haven't seen him yet this year on the sideline. I don't know if he broke out a new sweater, but they're going to be. I'm going to try and get down to UCLA to see them play if practice ends a little early.
Now, Chris, you were the recipient of the John R. Wooden Award as a College Player of the Year. And, of course, Duke Llewellyn, the athletic director at the Los Angeles Athletic Club, says he taught you everything that you knew. How important was that award to you?
I think, again, I'd like to say hello to everyone at the Los Angeles Athletic Club. That was a great weekend. My parents and the people there were just fantastic. And it's an award that really signifies the best college basketball player of the year. And, you know, Patrick wasn't that bad player, but, you know, I really cherish that. And, again, the people out there are fantastic, and it was a great weekend.
Now, before you go, we want to ask you just one more question. It's very difficult for a player to come in and do the same thing or even near the same thing that he did in college. And we talked earlier about Lancaster Gordon, came from Louisville, and a man who was fully expected to come in and make major contributions. He hasn't been able to. What do you think is a difference for various players when you look at the transition from collegiate ball to the professional ranks?
Well, I'll have to credit my success up to date really to my teammates, both on and off the court. They've made my adjustment real easy, being, you know, accepting me right away, and, you know, as a person and a player. And I think I stepped into a situation where I was able to get some time right away and really just fit in. And, I think that's important. I think mainly just mentally being, feeling that you're accepted on the team. And again, my teammates have helped me out both on and off the court to an adjustment.
I don't think there's any question but that you've been accepted, Chris. Welcome to Golden State.
Thank you.
16 points tonight for the man to my right. It was a 121-104 victory over the LA Clippers. Tommy and I will return to the Coliseum in Oakland in just a moment. State is Purvis Short, a man who is now entering his 8th season in the National Basketball Association. And as Tommy mentioned during the course of this ball game, it was just a year ago that Purvis really had to carry the load in Joe Barry Carroll's absence. And you talk about carrying a load. Boy, did he carry a load tonight. 31 big points.
Yeah, he did. And he showed you every